I've summed up my 5 takeaways and thoughts about this book in this video. I highly recommend you to read the original book of the author. Please share with me your opinion about this book in the comments below. Explore Tips. A Practical Guide by Harry Sitt is an informative and practical book that covers the topic of Treasury inflation-protected securities, tips in great detail. This book is an excellent resource for anyone interested in investing in tips or looking to diversify their portfolio with inflation-protected securities. The author, Harry Sitt, is an experienced financial advisor and a knowledgeable expert on tips. He provides readers with a clear understanding of what tips are, how they work, and why they are an essential part of any investment strategy. The book is written in a straightforward and accessible style that makes it easy for readers to follow along, even if they have no prior knowledge of tips. The book covers a range of topics related to tips, including the history of inflation-protected securities, how to buy and sell tips, and how to analyze tips performance. It also includes valuable information on the tax implications of investing in tips and how tips can be used in retirement planning. One of the strengths of this book is its emphasis on practical advice. The author provides readers with actionable steps they can take to invest in tips effectively. He offers a range of investment strategies for different risk tolerance levels, and he provides helpful tips for managing tips portfolios over the long term. Another strength of this book is its emphasis on clear explanations. The author takes complex concepts and breaks them down into easy-to-understand language, making it easy for readers to grasp the concepts and apply them to their own investment strategies. Overall, Explore Tips. A Practical Guide is an excellent resource for anyone looking to invest in tips or to learn more about inflation-protected securities. The book is informative, practical, and easy to read, making it a valuable addition to any investor's library. Explore Tips. A Practical Guide by Harry Sitt is a book that provides practical guidance on investing in Treasury inflation-protected securities, tips. Tips are a type of government bond designed to protect investors against inflation by adjusting the principal value of the bond based on changes in the Consumer Price Index, CPI. The book covers the history of tips, explaining how they were introduced and their development over the years. The author also discusses the benefits of investing in tips, such as their ability to protect investors against inflation and provide a predictable income stream. In addition, the book provides guidance on how to buy and sell tips, including the different ways investors can purchase them, such as through Treasury Direct or a brokerage account. The author also covers how to analyze tips performance, including how to calculate the break-even inflation rate and how to use inflation expectations to make investment decisions. Overall, Explore Tips. A Practical Guide is a comprehensive resource for anyone interested in investing in tips or looking to diversify their portfolio with inflation-protected securities. The book provides practical advice and clear explanations, making it a valuable addition to any investor's library. The book Explore Tips. A Practical Guide covers a range of important topics related to investing in Treasury inflation-protected securities, tips. The author, Harry Sitt, provides readers with a detailed understanding of tips and how they can be used in investment strategies. The book covers the history of tips, including their introduction and development over time. It also discusses the unique features of tips, such as their ability to adjust for inflation, and how this feature can benefit investors. One of the key topics covered in the book is how to buy and sell tips. The author provides guidance on the different ways investors can purchase tips, such as through Treasury Direct or a brokerage account. He also discusses the importance of understanding the costs associated with buying and selling tips, as well as the risks involved. The book also provides readers with guidance on how to analyze tips performance. This includes calculating the break-even inflation rate, which is the level of inflation that would result in tips and nominal bonds having the same return. The author also covers how to use inflation expectations to make investment decisions. Another important topic covered in the book is the tax implications of investing in tips. The author explains how tips are taxed differently from other investments and provides guidance on how to maximize tax efficiency when investing in tips. Finally, the book covers how tips can be used in retirement planning. The author explains how tips can provide a predictable income stream and protect investors against inflation, making them an important component of a retirement portfolio. Overall, Explore Tips, a practical guide, is a comprehensive resource for anyone interested in investing in tips or looking to diversify their portfolio with inflation-protected securities. The book provides practical advice and clear explanations on a range of important topics related to tips. Point 3 of Explore Tips, a practical guide, emphasizes the importance of actionable steps and investment strategies for investing in Treasury inflation-protected securities, TIPS. The author, Harry Sitt, provides readers with clear guidance on how to invest in tips effectively, taking into consideration different risk tolerance levels and long-term portfolio management. The book offers different investment strategies for investing in tips, including a buy and hold strategy and a trading strategy. The author explains the benefits and risks associated with each strategy and offers tips on how to manage a tips portfolio over the long term. One of the key points the author stresses is the importance of diversification when investing in tips. He explains how tips can be used in conjunction with other investments, such as stocks and bonds, to create a diversified portfolio that is better able to weather market fluctuations. The book also provides readers with helpful tips on how to manage their tips portfolios over the long term. This includes monitoring inflation expectations, rebalancing the portfolio, and considering the impact of taxes on tips investments. In addition, the author discusses how to invest in tips based on different risk tolerance levels. He explains how investors with a low risk tolerance may prefer to invest in shorter-term tips, while those with a higher risk tolerance may prefer to invest in longer-term tips. Overall, Explore Tips, a practical guide, provides readers with actionable steps and investment strategies for investing in tips effectively. The author's emphasis on diversification, long-term portfolio management, and understanding risk tolerance levels makes the book a valuable resource for investors at all levels of experience. Point 4 of Explore Tips, a practical guide, highlights the importance of understanding the tax implications of investing in Treasury inflation-protected securities, TIPS. The author, Harry Sitt, explains how tips are taxed differently from other investments and provides readers with guidance on how to maximize tax efficiency when investing in tips. The book explains that tips are subject to federal income tax, but not state or local income tax. However, investors need to pay taxes on the interest income from tips every year, even though the principal of the tips increases with inflation. The author provides examples of how taxes can affect tips investments and offers guidance on how to minimize the tax impact. One strategy the author suggests is investing in tips through a tax-advantaged account, such as a Roth IRA or a 401k plan. This allows investors to avoid paying taxes on the interest income from tips until they withdraw the money from the account. The author also suggests investing in tips with shorter maturities to reduce the impact of taxes. In addition, the book explains how tips can be used to manage tax liabilities. For example, if an investor has a large capital gain from the sale of another investment, they can offset the gain by selling tips at a loss. The author also suggests using tax loss harvesting strategies to maximize tax efficiency. Overall, Explore Tips, a practical guide, provides readers with a comprehensive understanding of the tax implications of investing in tips. The author's guidance on maximizing tax efficiency when investing in tips makes the book a valuable resource for investors looking to incorporate tips into their portfolio. Point 5 of Explore Tips, a practical guide, emphasizes the importance of understanding the risks associated with investing in Treasury inflation-protected securities, TIPS. The author, Harry Sitt, explains the potential risks involved in investing in tips and provides readers with guidance on how to mitigate these risks. The book explains that one of the main risks of investing in TIPS is interest rate risk. TIPS are sensitive to changes in interest rates, and if interest rates rise, the value of TIPS may decline. The author suggests that investors should consider investing in TIPS with shorter maturities to reduce the impact of interest rate risk. Another risk associated with TIPS is inflation risk. While TIPS are designed to protect against inflation, they may not always keep up with inflation if the rate of inflation exceeds expectations. The author suggests that investors should monitor inflation expectations and consider investing in TIPS with higher break-even inflation rates to mitigate inflation risk. The book also discusses credit risk and liquidity risk associated with TIPS. TIPS are issued by the US government, so they are considered to be very safe investments. However, if the US government were to default on its debt, TIPS investors could lose their investment. The author suggests that investors should monitor the creditworthiness of the US government to mitigate credit risk. In addition, TIPS may be less liquid than other investments, which could impact an investor's ability to buy or sell TIPS when desired. The author suggests that investors should be aware of the liquidity of the TIPS market and consider investing in TIPS through a mutual fund or exchange-traded fund (ETF) to improve liquidity. Overall, Explore TIPS. A practical guide provides readers with a comprehensive understanding of the risks associated with investing in TIPS. The author's guidance on mitigating these risks makes the book a valuable resource for investors looking to incorporate TIPS into their portfolio while managing risk. Thank you for your interest in this book. Please leave your feedback on these thoughts in the comments below, or just put a like on this video. It will help me stay motivated and make more videos like this. In the description of this video, you may find links where you can purchase this book.